The man officials labeled a serial killer was finally sentenced today for murder.
Jason Scott is already in prison on other charges, but today in court he faced family members of the women he's accused of killing. Robert Lyles is in Upper Marlboro tonight with why it took so long for this conviction. Robert.
Well, Autry and Leon, he was accused of horrific and sadistic murders of mothers and daughters here in Prince George's County. Now Jason Scott, as you mentioned, already in federal prison on a 100-year sentence, has accepted a plea deal with the state, and this deal will lock him up for multiple lifetimes.
We have now Jason Scott facing 185 years.
Judge Michael Whelan found Jason Scott guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, saying, quote, "I can't imagine or understand the cruel and cold-blooded nature of Mr. Scott's acts." But Jason Scott showed no reaction.
He has always been flat. There's never been an ounce of emotion. I think today was the first time I've heard him speak.
Scott was on trial in February for the murders of mother and daughter Dolores and Ebony DeWitt. But 3 weeks into testimony, a mistrial after an investigator testified Scott was involved in several other crimes. The retrial was scheduled for next month, but the state's attorney announced her office had brokered a deal.
The DeWitt's case was the strongest case we had. We believe we had evidence, strong evidence in the other 2 cases.
Here's the deal. Scott would not have to plead guilty, but instead agree prosecutors had enough evidence to convict him of the first-degree murders of the DeWitts. In exchange, the state would neither pursue charges for murders of mother and daughter Karen and Carissa Lofton, nor the 2008 murder of Vilma Butler of Bowie, Maryland. The families of all 5 victims refused to talk on camera. The state's attorney spoke for them.
It has just been completely devastating that they are relieved. Today she said, "I just want this finished."
Now, the state's attorney goes on to say that she sees this deal as ironclad, these extra 85 years, because Jason Scott has agreed to waive all rights to appeal. As well, he must serve 80% of that state sentence and 85% of the federal sentence. Live in Prince George's County, I'm Robert Lyles, ABC 7 News.